Hey, it's part 3, January 20th, 2023, working on the R129 500 SL. And it's had a clunk in the steering, so it's taken me a while to figure it out. Found a bad tie rod. I believe it's the passenger side. That's where I heard the clunk crack when it first happened. I was backing out of a parking space. Had the wheels turned pretty hard to the right and heard a crack. And so it's been kind of hard for me to find what component was causing the issue. I don't normally work on steering. Who does? Some people. So I found on, let's see, end of part 2. See if I can find that video. Yeah, so this is right here. You can see it going too far that way. And I can see this thing pop every once in a while. Yeah, right there, it just popped. So I think that right there is the clunk. And this is the tie rod right here. This is not the steering, this is the end link over here. And I believe up here is the steering box. So what I did is I looked around everywhere, looking for parts, and I don't know, I think I tried Parts Geek, Rock Auto, some other ones, a bunch of them. And they had parts, but like I was thinking of maybe just replacing the ends, but I'd get to every side, and one side would only have like the right side inner joint and not the rest. Another side's right side outer, and none of the other ones. It was just like that. So I finally ended up at Auto House AZ, about $124 shipped to the house. And even that, they had like, I guess it's getting hard to find. I don't know. So this one here is Phoebe Bilstein. And if I get this. So this is the right side, and I believe when you're sitting in the driver's seat, the right is the right, which is passenger. And this is actually made, looks like it's made in Germany. Real German parts. And then the other one, which is down there, is this brand, Lemforder, and that's the part numbers. And some of these, they'll have the same number, but it'll have like an A in it, either in the beginning or at the end of it. So this is the left. Usually with the original Mercedes, I'm pretty sure, the passenger side is black, and then the driver's side, I believe, is gray. Let's check it out. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, it's gray. It's okay. So I got that. I did buy this on Amazon for about $10. I'll leave a link. It was a pretty nice wrench. It's nice and thin, which I like. 22 millimeter. Made by Crescent, $10, you know. What else did I get? I got this right here. This is a tie rod and remover, and it's for import cars. It has nice thin part that you hammer in there. So this is a loaner tool from AutoZone. If you want to buy this, it's $39. So what they do is they just take your credit card, debit card. They give you 90 days to return it, get your money back. So that's pretty cool, you know. Usually these, at least the rental places around here that rent, you know, big heavy duty tools and stuff like that, they charge by the day. So this is a pretty sweet deal. They have all kinds of stuff like impact wrenches that you can loan. They loan out, you know, you got to buy it or pay for it, and then you get refunded. So this is basically just hammering it in between the joint there, then tightening that. From what I've heard, that when it lets go with a bang. I don't like that. Some people don't like that. Some people use that pickle fork, but I don't want to damage the other part of the component, you know. I mean, so yeah. So far, what, $124, and then about $10 on $134 for these two parts here. And then the tools to put it on, so total about $134, and then my labor. And I'm taking my time. It's a nice sunny day here in Southern California. Finally, it is 55 degrees. It's kind of a cold week. It's in the 30s at night. And it was raining so much. I started this on the 6th, but it was raining every other day, you know. Cold, rainy, wet. But at least now we got sun for about the next 10 days. Yay. All right, let's start. Okay, this is the one in question here. This is the driver's side. So misleading. Yeah, I could tell because this is the steering. That's the steering box. Yeah, 19 millimeter. Pretty easy. Okay, so I got it. I think I'm doing it right. So I've got it in between, right there. And then this thing right over the bolt. Then I got one of these. And I'm gonna put a little pipe on it so I can do it from a distance so if the thing blows up, it doesn't kill me. All right. Let's see if we can get it. Wow. That does go out with a bang, don't it? At least it worked. Cool. Yeah, you see it's going over to the side. So I think I need to rearrange it. Okay, I got this one. It took me about a half hour. Or where did it even go? Oh my God. Okay. Good grief, that one was hard. Yeah. Well, at least I got it off. I was worried for a while there. You know, I mean, you gotta get it from underneath. Just want to see. Oh. Yeah. So that does fit through there. And what you gotta do, oh man, what you gotta do is you take this end right here, at least this is the way I had to get it, and you tie this so that it's up, because if it's just laying down like this, it's kind of pinching that joint. You can't get that tool in there. And what I did was I got the tool in there, right? You want to get it like right in there. And from this end, I was able to put this pipe at the tool and hit this with a sledgehammer to get it to kind of go in there, because this thing just wants to go cattywampus on you. Anyway, so we got one off. Yay. I counted how many threads this is the passenger side, right? So this, how many threads are on this end here, and there's 8, and there's 10 on this. Okay, here's what I'm doing. Hopefully I got it right. So here's the old one. Here's the new one. This part's a little different. This thing comes out right here, where that one looks like it's welded on. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you can knock it off, but anyways. So I had counted, what was it, like 8 threads on this side and 10 threads on this side. So I got the 10 threads on this good. Orientation is good. Bolt is tight. It's in a different orientation because that's the way they made it with that. So I don't know, maybe I could turn it around. I don't think it matters a whole lot. But anyway, so when I had the 8 threads on this and I stood these up side by side like this, the new one here is was about a ½ inch higher. Right here, it was about a ½ inch higher. So it was longer. It was longer than this one with 8 threads on there. I think now it might be about a 7 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's at about 7 threads. So what I did is I took the tape measure and I measured from the edge to this one to the edge of this one on the metal part. And it was 14 and a half. And this one here was about a ½ inch, almost at 15 from here to here. I said, that's not gonna work, you know, even though I got the threads, you know, copied that. I don't know, something changed. So I just turned it in 1 or 2 turns and got this to 14 and a half from here to here, just like this one. So hopefully that'll work. It'll probably, you know, you'll probably need to get an alignment, but try to get a ballpark. As long as I can go down the road, let go of this steering wheel, and if the car rolls straight, then it's aligned. If it goes boop, boop, you know, put the brakes on if it moves like that. And it's going to need alignment. No big deal. We can do that. Anyway, so this one here is ready to come on. God, it's a beautiful day. I mean, it's, what is it, 67 degrees, clear as a bell. All right, so I hard finding that information out. The torque setting for those nuts. They're self-locking nuts. But Pete's car part, he does a lot of R129 stuff. It's always helpful to have all of us putting stuff up for people that own these cars. It just helps, you know, because it's hard finding information. You can find tons of information for the W124, but the R129 is, you know, it's kind of hidden. And it's kind of like, ever since I've owned Mercedes for the last, I don't know, 20, 30 years, it's like Mercedes-Benz they don't want you working on your own Mercedes, you know, that's our job. So it's always been hard to get information. Okay, so he says about 60, he looked it up and then he called the mechanic and they said about 60 Newton meters. I think I'd go with that. I don't want to go with 45. That's not very tight, you know. Okay, all right, so we'll try that. Okay, so I tested with the steering wheel. It goes back and forth. Everything's really good. You know, let me see. Thinking about, I had one person tell me, oh, it's not hard to diagnose that. That clunk, you just put your wheel on, jack it up, put the wheels on, make it go back and forth, and you'll find the loose, you know, link, ball joint. But I tried that a couple times, you know, and I came to the diagnosis if this car has to be on the ground, fully loaded, the weight of the engine, on all the steering and everything, and that's when that ball joint shows, you know, it's clunk, and it's hard. You can't look under there when you're doing that. You know, how are you going to do that unless you got one of those open pits, drive up, you know, you drive over it and it's open, you can walk down below and be able to look at stuff. But who's got that, you know? So that works pretty well if you've got kind of a problem like that and you're not sure where it's coming from. You know, get 2 iPhones or some kind of recording device where you can do it live, where you have one phone underneath looking at the different parts of the suspension and sitting inside and looking at your other phone and seeing and being able to look like I did and do a screen record so that you can play it back and go, yeah, that is the thing that is popping. So hopefully we figured it out. But okay, finally, after about an hour, I got the driver's side out. So this is the one that's making a noise, right? So that doesn't feel horrible. But this one, the inner, look how loose that is. That's the one that's bad. Yeah, this one was kind of a drag to get off. Just had a hard time getting that separator. It would go on and I'd start tightening it and then it would start going like that and the bolt would get all cattywampus that's pushing on this and just get to the edge right here. So I had some pickle forks and then I'd hammer with the pickle fork a little bit, kind of hopefully get it to, you know, let go. Put the thing back on, I'd go cattywampus again, and more pickle fork. And then finally I said, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go cattywampus. I don't care anymore. And then bang, it came off. So that part on top with cinches down and pushes. It was like it was like at an angle like this, but it just just crank it down. Anyway, so good. So I got that one off. Now I'm going to get the other one and line it up and all that. Thank God. All right, well, we got it all back together. Not too hard, just a lot of grunting around on your back. I'll just fire it up and we'll take it for a drive. Probably have to get it aligned, I think we fixed it. No more clunk. Cool. Oh boy. Yeah, that one joint was like a broken chicken bone. You know where it goes like that. Yeah. Find a straight road. All right, let's test it. Let go of the wheel. It's not a straight road, but thank you, Mr. Pickup Truck. Nothing like stopping at a stop sign, huh? Yeah, it's not pulling or anything like that. It's just going straight. Put the brakes on, it goes straight too. So it's good. Clear. Tight steering. Feels good. I think I'm done. No more clunk. If I feel anything, I can always replace the drag link and the steering dampener, but it felt pretty stiff. The steering dampener pushing it in and out. A drag link, it's supposed to move a little bit. I mean, it took some force. So, what else can I do to this car? The next thing I'm going to do to this car, maybe in springtime, is install LED fan-cooled bulbs in the headlights. Man, I put it in the 300E and I put it in the Lincoln, and it is amazing. Amazing difference. That's why all the new cars seem to have these LEDs, because it's a superior light. Back in the old days when they first came out, they were crummy. People were getting blue ones, and I hated that. I said, I'll never get that stuff. Well, now with these new ones they have, I mean, oh my God, what an upgrade. You can really see at night. Good. One more job done. See you later.